Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back putting a positive spin on American Psycho 2. Jason and I started this week covering American Psycho during Bravo's Scariest Movie Moments Challenge, and we're ending the week giving American Psycho 2 a positive spin. Like the tape I showed in that video, this here is my Lionsgate VHS release of American Psycho 2. This is the often maligned and genuinely hated follow-up to American Psycho. Released in 2002, American Psycho 2, also known as American Psycho 2 All-American Girl, stars Mila Kunis. She is my first big positive for this movie. She was only 18 years old when this was filmed, but I think she did a great job. Now, full disclosure, this movie currently has a 3.7 out of 10 rating on IMDb, which is extremely low. I'm not surprised though. This is a sequel that people just didn't want, and when people don't get what they want, they tend to hate it. I truly feel this movie is over-hated, though. Listen, there was no good way to come up with a sequel for American Psycho. It just wasn't going to happen. People were not going to be satisfied no matter what. Originally, this wasn't even conceptualized as a sequel to that film. The script was based off of a slasher subplot to The Rules of Attraction, also written by Bret Easton Ellis, who wrote the original American Psycho. When that idea was scrapped, it then became a standalone slasher film and changed to be an American Psycho sequel. It certainly has a different tone from the first film, but I think it had to. It's sort of how Tobe Hooper decided to change the tone of The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, because he knew he could never compare to his own first film. Now, don't mistake that for me saying American Psycho 2 is as silly as TCM 2, because it's certainly not. This is pretty much a straightforward, by-the-book, early 2000s slasher film. And not just that, it's a college slasher. That's another positive for me. I love slasher films set on college campuses. Something that Jason and I try to do in this positive spin series is to judge each movie based on its own merits. Obviously, if you compare this to American Psycho, it's not going to hold up as well. But if you judge it based on what it is, an early 2000s college slasher, it's pretty damn fun. I truly feel this is one of those cases in which, if this were a standalone slasher, people would probably enjoy it. Which begs the question, why do people prevent themselves from enjoying something because it's a sequel to a movie they love even more? You can love the original American Psycho. I do. And you can enjoy this one too. Which I also do. They are not mutually exclusive. In my opinion, people judge the sequel way too harshly. In addition to this being a college slasher and Mila Kunis being a huge positive, here are some of my other positives for American Psycho 2. I really like that Mila's character narrates the film, just like Patrick Bateman does in the original. William Shatner stars in the sequel, along with Robin Dunn. He's from Dawson's Creek and The Skulls 2. Lindy Booth, who was also in The Skulls 2 with Robin Dunn and Cry Wolf, is in this as well. I actually love how this sequel connects to the first one, but I won't spoil that here. I know others don't like the connection, but why? If this one didn't connect, people would then bitch about that. I do think the different tone was needed to contrast with the original film, so that's a positive. I also love the contrast of the killer in the first one being creepy, jacked Christian Bale to the killer in this one being cute little Mila Kunis. Another is the college course on serial killers. That looks like an interesting class. I really like the soundtrack of American Psycho 2. This is definitely a product of its time, and like I said, I think people would have liked this more as a traditional 2000s slasher film, and not as a sequel to American Psycho. Although I still don't think that should matter. The movie is the movie. You either like it or you don't. At least that's how it should be. The condom kill is awesome, and so is the mop kill. 2 positives. The restaurant scene when Rachel approaches her therapist and his mother is pretty suspenseful. I love the twist, which, again, I won't spoil. And I really like the ending. As a fan of slashers and of Mila Kunis, what's not to like about this one? Let me ask everyone this. Is American Psycho 2 one of those movies you've either seen a long time ago and haven't given a second chance? Or one of those films you haven't seen at all, and you just seem to regurgitate the hate? It's an honest question. I don't think people are critiquing this fairly. This, to me, is another case of, oh, I heard that's awful, so it is. The thing is, it's not awful. It's an entertaining slasher with an awesome female lead and a really good storyline. People don't like American Psycho 2 because it's not American Psycho. It's not what they wanted. Judging it on its own merits, I think a lot of people would find it's really fun. To those of you who do hate it, well, poor you. Go back and watch the first one. American Psycho 2 is absolutely not as bad as many claim. But you don't have to agree. This is just my positive spin. Be sure to check out Jason's as well. How about you? What do you think of American Psycho 2? Do you hate it? And if so, why? Comment below and let me know. To which hated movie will we next give a positive spin? Check back after the 12 days of Christmas to find out. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and, be kind, subscribe.